Anytime you're ready.
Okay, so I'm Owen. This is what I've done for the thing. This is my original idea for the robot. So I thought if we had a square base and we had an area at the front which could... Sorry, this is what you want me to talk about?
That's fine.
Yeah, okay. So that the robot could have the pole, when it goes up to it, be in the center of it, so it's easier to turn because of the center of gravity would be more centered, so it wouldn't tip over. It'd be more stable. My idea for how we could turn the pole is that if we had two motors and two motors with a like a turning thing on each, so one for each axis of the pole, because the pole turns on the I don't know what the axis is, this axis, and then it turns around the thing. So if we had two motors, we could just use those two motors rather than having like a complicated robot arm.
Yep.
We could just need two motors. So,
and then that led to the group one, is that right?
This is what we ended up doing. So it's similar, I think. We've got still this front area so that the robot can go up to the pole and have the pole be in the center of the robot. We've got the raised platform here with which diagram? There. We've got the raised platform here with the... So we got our claw and the motors to move the thing on. Do we talk about how that works?
So what I'm wanting to focus on is the camera. All the work you did on the camera. So if we turn to this other page that you've done.
Yeah. Can
you explain what's going on there?
Okay, so our idea was to use the camera for detecting what position the pole was in.
Right.
So we could see whether it is opened or closed, or if we need to change it. So I had the idea to use the color strips on the different parts of the pole. So my original idea was that if we had a green sticker on the side of the main pole, and then a red sticker on the part of the pole that moves, and then a blue sticker on the handle, then depending on which way you look at the pole and if it's open or closed, there'll be a different arrangement of colors. So then I've got a key here, so then you should be able to tell with the camera where like which direction you're looking at the pole from and if it's open or closed.
And that was depending on if the camera could move around, is that right?
Yeah.
But now we're doing a fixed camera?
Yeah.
So it's changed a little bit?
Yeah. When I did this, I thought that we wouldn't know which direction the pole was facing when we went up to it, but we know it, so yeah.
Yep.
And
so do we look at the pole now?
Yeah. So what we've ended up doing is we've used a red, a blue, and yellow, because yellow just detects better than green. So the red...
So the camera will be mounted here, all right, and looking at this spot here. Do you have the camera?
Yeah, that's plugged in. Well, I can just show it, actually.
Okay.
I'll put it on this chair.
Yeah, beauty.
Right, so if it detects the...
Try and get them both in the same shot.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
So if it detects the red, that means the pole is, that's closed?
Yes.
Yeah, detects the pole's closed.
But the lever is down, is that right?
Yeah, but there's no blue, so that means the lever's down. And if it detects blue, of course it's not working now, but that means the...
There it goes, starting to. It's got some damage to that as well.
Yeah, that means...
I have to fix that.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of working.
So blue means the handle's up, and then if you turn it...
It's
yellow. So then it
sees the yellow now.
Yeah, then it shows it's open.
So that's cool. So then you know with that camera, you know exactly where things are.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you've got some other cameras there. What was the point of those ones?
Okay,
so these?
We've got some other sensors we looked at using. We had a tilt sensor, so that we were thinking of using that for the navigation of the robot to make sure you turn exactly the right amount so it doesn't mess up. Did we talk about why we didn't use it?
Yeah, why didn't we use it?
We didn't use it because it turns out that you have to use VEX components with the VEX stuff. We thought we could do something like wire it like an Arduino, but it didn't work.
But also, if you're programming the robot, you can know where the arm is based on the program, can't you?
Yeah. I meant for like the actual position of the robot.
Position of the robot. Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't
cool.
sure how accurate.
What was this one?
Infrared transmitter module and receiver. So if we put the transmitter on the pole, then use the receiver on the robot, you can see exactly where the pole is.
So you know how far away you are.
Know how far away and
which direction.
How to get to it. But
why didn't you use that?
It's not Vex, and we decided we didn't really need it because we know exactly where the pole is.
Yeah, it's not an unknown, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. And this one,
this is a
Vex camera, which we bought.
Distance sensor.
Yep. Sorry, distance sensor. Why didn't we use that?
We were thinking to use it to know how far away we are from the pole.
Yep.
But we decided we didn't really need it because with the robot we can just, firstly it's a fixed distance, and as well we can just keep the robot driving a bit, and then like if it gets into this position right up against the pole and the wheels keep turning for a little bit longer, that's okay. So because of the other things that we've done, we've got away with not having to use the distance sensor. Is that right? Cool. And so it means that if you drive the robot up to the pole and it's in the open position, your camera here will go, it's open. We need to run this code to close it, to pull the lever down, put it around and close it. Excellent. Cool.